Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there was a beautiful princess who loved to spend her days playing with a golden ball by the edge of a sparkling, peaceful pond. The princess had everything she could ever want: jewels, clothes, and wealth beyond measure. But what she longed for most of all was to find someone who would love her for who she was, and not for her royal status. One day, as the princess tossed her golden ball into the air, it slipped from her hands and fell into the pond. The ball sank quickly into the deep water, and the princess was heartbroken. She began to weep, for the golden ball was her favorite toy, and without it she felt a deep sadness. Just then, a frog appeared from the water. To the princess's surprise, the frog spoke in a clear, deep voice. "Why are you crying, beautiful princess?" The princess was startled, but replied through her tears, "My golden ball has fallen into the pond, and I will never get it back." The frog, looking up at her with wise eyes, said, "Don't worry, princess. If you promise to let me live with you in the palace and be your friend, I will fetch the ball for you." The princess, in her desperation, agreed to the frog's strange request, though she never expected to keep such a promise. "I will give you anything you want, just bring me my ball," she said. The frog dove into the water and soon emerged with the golden ball in his mouth. The princess eagerly grabbed it and ran back toward the palace, forgetting all about the frog. The next day, as the princess sat down for dinner, there was a knock on the door. To her surprise, the frog had come to the palace, hopping along with his wet, slimy skin. "You promised me your friendship," Princess the Frog said, "and I have come to collect." The princess felt embarrassed and reluctant, but reluctantly invited the frog inside. Not remembering that she had promised him, the frog hopped onto the table and sat with her, staring up at her with big, glistening eyes. "You promised to let me live with you," the frog reminded her. The princess sighed and reluctantly agreed, though she had no desire to keep a frog in her beautiful, spotless palace. But as time went on, something magical began to happen. The princess began to see the frog not as a slimy creature, but as a friend, someone who listened to her dreams, who shared her laughter, and who was always kind and loyal. One evening, after the princess had grown quite fond of the frog, he asked her to do something that surprised her. "Will you kiss me, princess?" The princess, not understanding why, leaned down and kissed the frog gently on the lips. The moment she did, something incredible happened. The frog's body began to shimmer and change. Slowly, the frog transformed into a handsome prince, with kind eyes and a smile that lit up the room. The prince explained that he had been cursed by a wicked witch, who turned him into a frog. The only way to break the spell was for a princess to promise him her friendship, and to allow him to stay with her until she truly saw him as a friend. The moment the princess kissed him, the curse was lifted. The prince and the princess became the best of friends, and soon their friendship blossomed into love. They were married in a grand ceremony and ruled the kingdom together, bringing happiness and prosperity to all. The princess, once lonely and heartbroken, had found love in the most unexpected place, and the prince had found someone who loved him for who he truly was.